What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for episode 29 of Tigers franchise, and we're in the World Series. We've got Shar here. We've got our Tigers gear on. Actually, we have a little bit, sorry, it's a Yankees shirt, but it has two wiener dogs on it. Anthony Rizzo and Aaron Judge's wiener dogs are on this. So while it is a Yankees shirt, unfortunately, it has wiener dogs. And so, we got Shar here. We got the Tigers. We got the Tigers cardigan, Tigers hat. We're ready to go. Okay, we can overpower the Yankees-ness of the shirt with the two wiener dogs on there, the Tiger stuff, and of course Shar being here herself. We've got the Reds in the World Series. Thrilling 6-game LCS for us, 7 games for them. They were taken to the hilt by St. Louis, and they got it there in that final game, 5-3. We watched a little bit of that. We didn't go into the games, but we were simming those to kind of see who we were going to play. But by the way, I've been bringing this up kind of every episode because it's just bizarre as hell. These 0 with homers that's making these games look like they're crazy home run fests. These are all like random ass minor leaguers, including our own Alexis Shagoya in one of them. The funniest thing, I did not notice this the other day, was this guy hit 2 0 with homers. So he hit 2 to put himself up to 0. Don't know what the hell's going on there. Very weird. But let's get into looking at these Reds so we can get this started because, I think we're going to do this all in one shot. And if it goes 7, I don't need to be putting y'all out for a 3-hour video. So let's see what happens. Maybe it will be. But the Reds went 95 and 67, which was second best in the league. Yes, or third. Yeah, behind the Dodgers and D-backs. The top 2 seeds, or the top 2 records, were in the same division. But the Reds won their division, and not easily, right? Like, a lot of times the Centrals get some guff because, you won an easier division. I'm talking about mostly in real life. And I guess we kind of did that too. We had 89 wins. But for the AL, 89 wins was still the second most. But, those Cardinals were just 2 games behind them with 93 wins. They did kind of storm a little late there with a win 4, but it was too little too late. So the Reds took their number 2 seed all the way to the finals here, as did we. So it's 2v2. And let's get into what they've got going on. Take a look at this ball club here. So they are, the first thing that jumps out, I usually do the runs scored, runs allowed, but I see first in home runs right here. And I'm certain that that's at least somewhat park influence, but also the fact that they have a great team. Right? We got a taste of it this summer in real life with the Reds of what's to come. And I've seen them kind of develop into a powerhouse, and I developed them into a powerhouse in this game during our Red Sim. So they're loaded for bear. We'll see what they become. But they're a mashing team here, which helped them get to the 2nd in runs scored and 4th in runs allowed. So they're a pretty balanced ball club. Not quite unlike ourselves there, even though we lean toward the pitching. Our hitting has definitely been doing enough. The interesting thing about them is that the pitching is that good, to be honest. I expected it to be a lot of, first, second, thirds on the hitting side, and maybe some more like 7th through 10ths on the pitching side. And you do see a couple. You see 10th in BABIP, might be Park fueled as well, 7th in bullpen ERA, 8th in hits allowed, again the home park. So I guess there are some, but 4th in starters ERA, like I said, 4th in runs allowed, 1st in WAR, because they don't walk guys, and that's actually so important with that ballpark. It's such a scary ballpark for pitchers. I ended up getting rid of Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo immediately in my franchise because their movement is terrible. Where you could maybe give a little bit, by the way, they are 2nd in home runs allowed, so maybe they got rid of them too. Let's go over to the pitching. We'll start with the pitching. We always start with hitting. Let's reverse it. I see Hunter Green as their closer. Now, that could have worked. I could have seen myself maybe going for that if we had kept him around, but I found his value to be too high in the trade market to do that. I'm not going to compare everything to what I did with the Reds in my franchise, but you see his movement has not improved, but when you're in the bullpen, you can kind of live with it a little bit more, although I will contradict that a little bit by saying the one thing I don't want in a closer is home runs allowed, right? I can work around some walks, or maybe if you're a control artist who keeps the ball in the park but maybe doesn't strike out everyone, you're like a ground ball artist, like a Jim Johnson from back in the day, I can live with that. But to be a home run machine as a closer, it's really tough. That's why Emilio Pagan never really ascended into a closer's role, except that one time where I think he got like 22, 23 saves for the Rays, is because he's always allowed homers. But anyway, we're going to go fully in reverse here. Not only are we starting with the pitching, we're going to start with the bullpen. Hunter Green is indeed their closer with 39 saves. Then they have this guy, Luis Velarde, who is quite nice here. 65, 55, 60, right-hander with a fastball changeup. 2.92 ERA, 1.18 WHIP. He looks really good for them. They got him from LA on the first of the year. The Angels, I should specify. You can't just say LA when there's two of them. And he was in AAA for a little bit, 11 innings, and then came up and dominated. He's their big setup guy. And their current real-life closer, Alexis Diaz, has been demoted into a setup role, but he seems to be doing all right with that. 43 innings, although he did spend some time in AAA this year. And 18 innings says that wasn't just a rehab stint or something. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe he's not handling the demotion well. Got off to a slow start or something. They sent him out, brought him back. He's only 30. 36% K rate is nasty. But 9% walk and a 1.5 homer 9 says that he is at least gettable. Elsewhere in the bullpen, let's go ahead and do this. Sort by innings. Mike Clevenger's the guy who's kicked out of the rotation. He had 17 starts for him, so more of a swing man, but 123 innings is the most in their bullpen because of those starts. And, 50, 45, 55, whatever. And then you got Aaron Bummer, who hasn't been a bummer, so no pun there. 4 ERA and a 1.26 WHIP in 27 innings isn't too bad. They picked him up from Colorado, where he was somewhat surprisingly better, right? Like, what a season for him to go from Colorado to Cincy. He's like, oh, Aaron, you're getting traded. He goes, yes, I'm definitely going to a better pitching environment. Where am I going? Cincinnati. Oh, okay, great. I mean, it is better, but not much. Those are literally the two worst pitcher parks that you can find. So he went from, top of the scale, literally to probably number 2. I always call, what do they call it now? Great American Ballpark, which is actually a brand. I think it's like an insurance brand, Great American Insurance or some crap. But Great American Ballpark isn't a terrible name if you forget that it's a brand. But anyway, I call it Coors Jr. because it really is. Bummer has survived, though. He's their big lefty. Andrew Abbott only had 15 innings. Oh, he has not developed, y'all. He has been a reliever throughout the sim here and kind of uninspiring. Now, in 2024, I'm wondering if he got hurt because things were going really well, but he only threw 37 innings. So let's check injury history. 2024. Oh, yeah. July 3rd, 2024, he ruptured his UCL, cost him 2 years, 25 months, which means he had a huge setback. So that explains all of this. I will say this, for somebody that had a 2-year injury, still being 70, 45, 50, that leaves some brightness for the future. He had a pretty rough 15 innings, but they like his skills enough to put him on the playoff roster. He's been with them throughout, and so they're going for it. And then you got like an Evan Marshall who was okay. We're not going to deep dive every single one. Jordan Romano's out here, but he has definitely come down a bit in age 33, 4.79 ERA, 1.47 WHIP. Covered Velarde. Joey Wentz, hey, our old friend, came to them by way of a minor league free agent signing and spent most of the season in AAA starting. 131 innings, 4.19 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. Came up, jumped in the bullpen for 16 2/3, did pretty well. Let's take a look at what they've been doing during the playoffs here. Playoffs. Sorry, if you're of a certain age, you hear the word playoffs, you're saying it in the Jim Mora voice the same way you're saying practice in the AI voice or saying I'm a man like Mike Gundy. Those are all, if you're in a particular age bracket, all three of those trigger those same cultural references. So the bullpen during the playoffs has been damn near immaculate. Bummer's the only one who's unfortunately lived up to his last name, at least in terms of ERA. But he is running a 17% strikeout minus walk, so that could just be like a bad outing or two. We know about small samples in the playoffs. It actually isn't, though. It's kind of a consistent one-run across a lot of his outings. He only has one clean outing as far as I can tell there. All right, well, let's look at the starters now. And in the playoffs here, just since we're on it, hit and miss. Chase Petty has a 5.88 ERA in 26 innings. Shohei Ohtani has a 320 in 25. Keaton Winn, 458 in 18 innings. And then Luis Garcia, a 142 ERA in his in his 3 outings? I think we might have looked at this the other day. So wait, they moved him in to the rotation just for the World Series? Because he has 6 1/3 in 3 outings. That's out of relief. I don't know. I can't figure that out. But let's see what they did for the season. For the season, Chase Petty was much better than that. So, of course, they're going to stick with their ace despite some playoff struggles. 3.02 ERA, 115 whip. Keaton Winn was amazing for 104 innings, 295, 112. Shohei and Luis Garcia were okay. They were mid-4s guys, but they ate up 190 innings apiece, essentially. I'm rounding up for Shohei there at 188 and 2/3. But, yeah, you see the good in there, but they're gettable, it seems. Shohei didn't really give up homers, though. That was the reason Garcia's ERA was elevated. Shohei was probably more the 327 BABIP, or maybe just some tough outings, because 16% strikeout minus walk isn't bad. No home run issue. A 327 BABIP, even that isn't egregious. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't have a better ERA, and you can see from the FIP that FIP agrees. So his skills are strong. So Petty, Ohtani, Winn, Garcia, not a bad group there for them. Let's continue over to their offense and see what that's been doing. Looking at the lineup, of course, there's Shohei at the top. Not top of the order, sorry, at the top of this page over here. But, man, he had an amazing season. He's probably going to be batting 3rd or 4th for them. But let's go position by position. Logan Tanner with a 60 ability, 75 arm. I'm always looking at the defense first with catchers. If they add any hitting, that is a bonus. He happened to do so this year with a 90 WRC plus, 93 last year, despite a pretty mediocre bat. He's been able to find some success. Again, I'm going to reference the ballpark. I'll probably mention the hitter-friendly environment of Cincinnati approximately 712 more times this episode, so bear with me on that, but it's right there front and center. Mateo Nelson is his backup. Actually a markedly better bat, but quite a bit worse defensively. So he fits that backup mold where you get a little bat and you trade the defense, right? For us, we usually go for all glove, no bat with the backup. But this is probably the other route that you could take where it's like, okay, if you got a great defender as your primary guy, then the once-a-week guy could be somebody who comes in and knocks the ball around a good bit. And Mateo Nelson is that with a 115 WRC+. Over at first is Jonathan India. He's been moved off of second. Obviously, they've been calling up, so many middle infielders. Like I mentioned, the 2023 summer, we saw that. And this could happen in real life too, where India is either moved out of the organization or moved over to first base just because there's much better middle infielders coming. But it hasn't impacted his production. Like, he remains somebody that needs to be in the lineup for them with 116, 127, and 132 WRC plus totals the last 3 years. He did only play 102 games this year. Let's see if that's injury. I see some knick-knack injuries, but nothing there. So maybe just not playing as often due to some platoons, perhaps. Noelvi Marte over at second base took India's job and made the most of it. Now, he only played 50 games. What happened to him? Oh, 4 months, fractured ankle. There you go. Opened the season with fractured ankle on April 26th, and that ate him up. Okay, well, that explains that. But he did put up a 140 WRC plus in those 200 plate appearances. And it's not just a small sample of success that's kind of fluky. He put up a 127 WRC plus in 543 plate appearances last year for Noelvi Marte. So he's good. He's a big threat for sure. Ellie De La Cruz over at third, coming off a 3-win season, 6-win season last year. But dropped from 141 to 115 on his WRC plus. And it looks like a lot of it is maybe a power drop and some BABIP volatility. 15 points isn't crazy. It's definitely an impact, but I think losing 16 homers. So they don't have homer to fly ball rate in this game, but if I was kind of trying to guess what had happened in real life here, I would say the homer to fly ball might have been on the unlucky side for Ellie. And so his numbers came down, but he's still obviously a colossal threat that we have to be very fearful of. Edwin Arroyo, the God defender. He was so instrumental for us in my Red sim, because anything he can bring with the bat is pure bonus. In the last couple of years, he had been delivering a strong bat along with his amazing glove. This year, it fell down to a 78 WRC plus. That didn't stop him from putting up a 3 WAR because his defense is so impactful. And while he doesn't always hit well, there's still impact there. 14 homers, 16 for 18 on the bases, so he can do damage. You can't take him too lightly just because he has a 78 WRC plus, so we'll be mindful of that when we're battling Edwin Arroyo. To the outfield, we got Jake Fraley, who rakes daily, coming off of a 109 WRC plus total, 2 wins for him in 108 games, 70 I. He's going to be very dangerous there. 15%. I almost said 50. 50% walk rate would be pretty incredible, but 15 is also incredible because that's actually more realistic, of course. TJ Friedel in center had a fall off year too. Had a 123 WRC plus last year, down to 70 this year. That's rough. Now this one is BABIP fueled. He went from 326 to 269. I think that's clear as day that that's what really sapped his offense. And, you know, maybe he just wasn't hitting as well, a lot of weak exit velos or something, but generally I would think that there was some bad luck there if he was still striking the ball the way that, you know, we had been used to with him in 2025. Although he did dip in 2024 as well. So he seems to go as his BABIP does. 361, 291, 326, 269. And his WRC plus totals really kind of follow that trajectory. And then Yerlin Confidant out in right is a superstar for them. Oh my goodness, he is a monster. Coming off a 38 homer season in 2025, he dropped 44 this year with a league high 125 ribbies, 3.6 WAR, rounded up, call it 4. He has a colossal arm out and right despite mediocre range and error. But yeah, this is like a Giancarlo Stanton type, and he's 23 years old, so it's like early career Giancarlo Stanton, but maybe with durability. How freaking scary is that notion? If we've been able to sprinkle magic health dust on Giancarlo Stanton for his whole career, he might already have 700 homers. Jeez. Shohei Ohtani, I mentioned, just monstrous at the dish. 128 WRC plus, 40 bombs for him. You're going, my goodness, you're going Confidant Ohtani back to back there. That is frightening. We'll get in their lineup during game 1 and everything. Their backups, I mentioned Mateo Nelson, Anthony Rizzo. Now 37, he's in a backup role, so that makes some sense. Maybe he was eating up some of that India playing time against righties. He's still a captain, about a league average bat at 98 WRC plus. I was going to say maybe his walk rate's probably still carrying him, but that actually fell off to a 7% mark. It's the lowest that we can see here. Let's go to his entire career. I think it might be the lowest for his entire career. Yeah, you have to go all the way back to 2012, which is essentially his rookie year. Because I don't think, actually, no. Would he have used his rookie eligibility in 2011? I think so. But either way, it was like his second year, 7% walk rate. Then he was a walk stud for quite a long time, down to 7 this year. Age 36, you give him a break on that. Braden Taylor, kind of a super util. Look at this guy being on their bench. What the hell am I looking at here? Why is this guy on their bench? I'm sorry, he led the league with a 155 WRC plus, and you don't have room for him? Cincinnati, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, do it, right? Like, absolutely make that mistake, but holy shit, is that stupid. I'm sorry, I'm punting India or India. I think it has to be India. And he didn't even do badly. I guess that'd be another stud on their bench. I guess because you can't take a Royals glove out. Oh man, I don't know. I don't envy them. That's their problem. Spencer Steer's on the bench as well. He's a solid bat still, 103 WRC plus. God, their offense is bananas. All right, well, we see their team. We know what we're up against. By the way, take a look at their handedness here. They have 4 righty starters, 3 lefties in the bullpen. Okay, and then for their lineups, first off, Taylor's a lefty. I want to count him as a lefty. I think he's going to be in their lineup somehow, but we'll see. But then they have Fraley, Ohtani, Confidant, Friedel, plus Taylor, and then 2 switch hitters. Okay, so all those lefties we have, I think that's going to be better in this series. It all finally comes together for us with our lefty fest here, because we're finally facing a team with a bunch of lefties that we need to be pretty dang fearful of. So we'll keep Perez, Mosqueda, Moreon, and Herder, plus our 2 lefties in the rotation, and we'll go with that. And then I guess, I mean, I was looking at their bullpen to see who they were running, but we don't really have anybody that makes sense to, you know, change out for the World Series here. Because even with Baez, who, like, I don't think he has a single at bat here in the playoffs, does he? Yeah, nothing. I think I still like him as a defensive substitute should we ever need it. So I was thinking maybe we could bring Itzhak Pacheco. But then literally, like, who backs up? I mean, Arias, but we've been using Arias and O'Neal Cruz and a little bit of, like, some platooning, or Arias coming in for, like, a Jace Young. So I'm going to stick with what's worked, okay? We're going to roll with what we've been doing. We've tried to give Willy Adames some breathers to try to get him off the schneid. Hasn't quite worked. And by quite worked, I mean he's 0 for his last 9. At the very least, he went 1 for 3 in the game before that. I don't know if it was his first at-bat or what, and I'm not going to look it up. We don't need to spend more time on that. 20-minute intro is enough. Let's get going. We get one more off day here. Everyone can level set everything. Actually, I wonder if they're going to be a little bit at a disadvantage because they had to go 7, that extra game. So let's find out here. Let's see what happens for game 1. Has us with Skubal right now and Ashby pitching game 3. I don't know. I think Ashby might actually be ready after this. He is indeed, and so is Chase Petty. So looking at our guys, all of them but Stone are available, and he'll be ready tomorrow. So we're golden there. And then for the Reds, let's go over there real quick. And you've got Petty ready, bars, and then Garcia. They are probably going to have to go to Garcia in game 2 because Ohtani's only at 17 and Keaton Wynn's only at 38. So at least they get their ace for game 1, at least as far as they're concerned. We would love if they didn't. But they get Petty for game 1, but then they're going to have to go to their 4, I think, for game 2, then win. Actually, you might be able to get Ohtani for game 3 because of the off day. All right, here we go. Game 1 of the World Series, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Taking a look at the matchup, I see a lot of red logos. I don't even have to count them up to know that we're getting crushed here by the ratings. 8-2, it looks like. They got Tanner over Dingler. Okay, fair. But we get Torque over India, definitely. But then they get a run here of Marte, De La Cruz, Arroyo, and Stuart Fairchild. Dude, this Braden Taylor guy cannot break into the lineup. Can we have him then? If you're going to use injured-ass Stuart Fairchild over Braden Taylor, who led the league in WRC Plus, then we'll take him. But anyway, Marte, De La Cruz, Arroyo, Fairchild over Young, R. Cruz, Adames, and Evan Carter. And most of those check out. I mean, again, it's ratings based. So when I say check out, I mean, do I like agree with it? Of course, the ratings are the ratings. They're kind of, you can't really dispute them too much. But I'm like, some of these, I think we're close at the very least. Then we get Mendoza over Friedel. They get Confidant over Riley Green, which I totally get. And then Shohei over Dury. Petty over Ashby. Fine. So we're at a bit of a disadvantage ratings-wise. When has that ever stopped us? We were overmatched by the Rays as well. All right, game 1 going to be in Cincinnati. 44,000 people there for 43-degree weather with rain. Yikes. Wind blowing out to center at 8 in this ballpark, 8 miles an hour at this ballpark. Ooh, baby. That could be interesting. 8 isn't like huge, but it adds to it. That's for sure. Let's cut this music here and get into it. Let's turn up the game sound, and away we go. Game 1 of the World Series. Let's take a little look at Riley Green. Oh, I have pitch by pitch on, so let's fix that. First pitch it looked like a ball, but let's see. No, they call it a strike. Oh, no, that's a strike. That's a strike. Fair enough. All right, Riley Green, 2-2. And he strikes out, and the World Series is underway. And now we start risping. Nothing for us in the first. They go clean as well. Top 2, nothing. Bottom 2, nothing. Third inning, nothing for both clubs. Top 4, Nothing. Bottom four. Nothing. Okay. Petty and Ashby are dueling. Now, I know Ashby doesn't have huge stamina, so let's go ahead and get the pen warming while we're batting. Hey, look who's learning. And then go another risp here, top five. Still nothing for us. In fact, we only have one hit. They at least have a hit per inning on average with 4. Now, Ashby at 52 pitches, 45 stamina. He's still in the green, but like literally this next batter will probably put him yellow. In fact, let's check that. Well, never mind. Friedel was first pitch swinging, so maybe not. I was assuming a multi-pitch inning, but actually it did. 53 was all it took. So I was still correct based off of that. All right, let's do a risp. And there you go. Just like that, Stuart Fairchild gets a single and then advances on a passed ball because why not? Because why would Dylan Dingler's 65 ability not have at least one passed ball or one wild pitch every freaking game? Not mad. I'm chill. 2-2 to Arroyo. Ground ball to second. Jace Young fires over to first. 2 down. Fairchild does indeed advance to third, but we can live with that. It'll be Logan Tanner, who, like I said, don't give him short shrift. A 90 WRC plus doesn't scare you, but a 22 homer catcher is no joke. This dude can mash. Don't leave him a cookie. Let him get himself out. 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Jace Young behind the bag makes the play. Not known for his defense. Makes an amazing play there. Ranging far to his right to get behind the bag. And we strand a runner at third. Let's go. Top 6 now. And we are in business with a runner on second after a Jace Young double and 1 out. Okay. Now, I think we're done risping because we are top 6. It's 0-0. Let's focus in. Dury Carrasco, now up to 306 in the playoffs with 2 homers. He had such an amazing ALCS, and I know I became a broken record repeating it about how if he can have a good playoff, we're going to forget his ugly regular season. And so, hey, it's washed away. It took a while, though. It was looking like he was not going to have a good playoff. And then 2 3-hit efforts against Tampa Bay with 3 doubles, 1 of his homers, other hits as well, by the way. It wasn't just those 6. He also had a 1 for 4 there, 1 for 3 there. Bottom line is, he's dialed in right now. Let's see if he can bring Jace Young home. 1-2, and he strikes out after I gas him up. That's okay. He's still batting .297 with 2 homers and 6 ribbies for the playoffs. Big thumbs up on that. Riley Green now with 2 outs. Can he bring home Young? 1-1. Ball's going to be in play. It's going to be a ground ball to second, though. Marte fires over to first to retire the side. Let me look at something real quick just for my own. I'm still stuck on this, y'all, that Braden Taylor is on their bench. Can he not play the outfield? Okay, he's not very good. 45, 50, 45. I guess it's just that they are overstocked on the infield, but then surely somebody who plays infield could move out there, right? Like, what's Ellie's defense? Yeah, Ellie's defense sucks. I mean, he has a huge arm and he plays third, so sucks overstates it, but it's not special. But he's only 45, 45, 65 in the outfield, so maybe not. Okay. I guess let me look at Marte himself, although I probably wouldn't take out this 60, 55 infielder. I think I'd probably leave him there, but let's look. He's straight 50s in the outfield. Okay. And then Edwin Arroyo, I'm not even going to look because there's no way I'd move him. I'm just stunned, y'all. I'm just stunned. I'm sorry, Stuart Fairchild. Like, he's a pretty good defender and actually not even a bad hitter. He was amazing this year, too. Never mind. I was going to say I would probably just play Braden Taylor over him. They just have an embarrassment of riches. Never has that phrase been more apropos than with this ball club. My goodness. All right, our relievers are going to have to be excellent because not only is their lineup just nails, but even if we get a platoon advantage against somebody, they're going to bring some beast off the bench to counter us. So we got to be ready for everything. All right, Ashby at 63 pitches. With Ohtani, India, De La Cruz coming up. By the way, I love that they lead off Ohtani. I think that's awesome. I was going to say your best hitter. They've got like 5 best hitters. I know best is only supposed to be the top. They got 5 of them. But, get your best guys the most plate appearances. Okay, so it's going to be a left, right switch. Let's give him Otani for sure and go from there. Full count. He walked him. Oh, no, he struck him out. Oh, Dylan Dingler, you master. You absolute stud behind the dish. Look at that. He ripped that one off the ground, framed it, and pwned the umpire. Who did he get? Oh, I thought it listed the umpires for some reason. Maybe that's just MLB The Show. We should put in fake umpires, or the real ones. But we should have umpires. That'd be cool. Ed Drummond for my MLB The Show heads. You know Ed Drummond. All right, Jonathan India absolutely decimated lefties. Now, if Otani had gotten on, I think I'd be more inclined to make the move here. But given that it was indeed a strikeout, nah, I think we go righty here. Because obviously we're still one swing from being down at 0-0. So you know what? We're going to take our beautiful 5 1/3 from Ashby. 5 hits, 1 walk, 3 punchies. And bid him adieu. Thank you, Ashby. You killed it. We'll go righty here for Olsen and De La Cruz. Wait. For India and De La Cruz, Olsen's coming in. 3-0. He's going to walk him immediately, dude. He does indeed. Where the hell was that pitch, though? Okay, that was a little high. Oh, what the? Look at pitch 2. Firmly in the zone. This could easily have been a 2-2 count right now. Probably Angel Hernandez behind the dish. Horse shit. All right, Ellie De La Cruz, runner on, 1 out. 1-1 pitch. Uh-oh. Ground ball to Jace. Flips it to short. Back to 1. Double play. Let's go. The 4-6-3. Young to Adames to Torque to get out of the inning. And Reese Olson points to the sky as he walks off saying, thank you, God. Get me out of that one. Reese Olson just became religious. He's like, well, oh no. Oh, I saw the little hourglass and I was like, is this crashing? I'll be so pissed. All right, so top 7. Petty's still out there. He's at 72 pitches. He's in the early yellow still, so they could probably push him a bit depending on what we do. Obviously, if we get going with some offense, maybe they'll take him out, but let's see what happens here. We're going to go Torque, Mendoza, Carter. So right, left, left. 1-1 to Torque. Ball in play. Lifted. Deep to left. Back. Gone! Spencer Torkelson hits his 5th home run of the playoffs. And we're up 1-0. I do love that TJ Friedl drifted into the stands there. While that is undoubtedly an animation error, it's one of my favorite ones because it's really funny and it doesn't really affect gameplay. They should fix it. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but it's one that I'm not like, I don't think like it has to be fixed and ruins the game or ruins the immersion. It makes me laugh. Let's take a look at the replay here. Boom. Gets into 1. TJ Friedl says, I'll go in the stands to get it. And it still didn't work. 1-0. They're going to stick with Petty for the 2 lefties, which is a little bit surprising to me. I wish if the computer was warming guys up, they would show it. So we could kind of know what we might be facing, but that'd just be kind of cool. Mendoza is 2 for 5 against Petty this year. That is a nothing sample. It means literally nothing. I just wanted to point it out because it just caught my eye right there. Mendoza swinging first pitch. And he lifts one deep to left center. Back. Gone. Back-to-back homers. Sergio Mendoza, 399 to left center. Friedl didn't even bother going in the stands for that one, baby. We're up 2-0, and they're sticking with Petty. Ain't no way. No way. No ball club. Listen, it's still a beautiful outing. 6 innings, 2 runs on 4 hits, no walks, 7 Ks. I just don't think after back-to-back jacks in the 7th that you're not going to the bullpen. It is only 76 pitches, so I guess there is that, but I don't know. I think I'd take him out. But hey, leave him in. Let's get back-to-back-to-back. Carter, 0-2. And he lifts one into right. That's going to get down for a base hit. An 0-2 knock. Let's go. You all know how I love when the 0-2s are not a strikeout. A lot of times it's usually just like a ground out or a fly out, but this time it was a base hit for Evan Carter. Let's freaking go, baby. You know what? We're gonna really put some pressure on here. We're gonna try to steal. Carter's going. Tanner doesn't have a chance. Let's go. And we got a runner in scoring position for Willie Adames. Come on, Adames. We need you, man. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Remind me to move him down after this. And but when I say remind me, I'm talking to myself because this isn't a Twitch chat. So I obviously have to remember on my own. It's 2-0. He pops one up on the infield. Yeah, he really needs to be batting like ninth. I'm going to stick with him because of the defense. I might give him another breather at some point in the series, but he's going to play game 2. He just has to bat ninth. He and Carrasco are going to switch spots. It'll be O'Neill Cruz with 1 out. And he lifts one deep to right. Back. Gone. A third homer this inning. It's 4-0. The Tigers have absolutely unloaded on Chase Petty. There's no way he's in the game after this one. He is. Oh, my God. They're going off pitch count only and not damage. Okay, that's indefensible. That one's indefensible. I'm sorry. That's silly. That would not happen. But, hey, we'll take advantage of it if we can. Dylan Dingler now with still just 1 out. Full count pitch coming to him. Did he go? Oh, they said he did. Where the hell was that horse shit? That's borderline as frick, dude. He was living in this zone, too. All right, well, 2 down. Jace Young now. 0-1. He's 1 for 2 on the day, and he rips one to right field. That's going to get down for another base hit. They're leaving Chase Petty out to dry at this point. Now he's at 92 pitches. Like, hello? Now I'm starting to feel bad for him, even though we're the ones cooking against him. 1-0. Ground ball to short. And it's going to be an infield hit. Oh, look at that. Carrasco hustles on Arroyo there. That had to be, I mean, for Arroyo not to make a play, whew, things are going very well for us right now. Remind me of this when I'm bitching about some random error we have or some other perceived injustice about a wild pitch or a pass ball. Things are going our way. Now, we're hitting 3 homers too, right? We're making our own luck, but to beat out an infield hit against Arroyo is pretty impressive. Riley Green now with 2 on, 2 out. 1-2 pitch coming from Petty. Ground ball into right for a base hit. Send him. Send him. I think they are. Throws coming in. Not in time. It's 5-0. A 5-run 7th, and Chase Petty is still out there. The Reds do not care about their ace. Torque now, who led this inning off with a bomb, flies it to center. Friedel can get this one, though, and that retires the side, but not before 5 runs from the Tigers, including 3 homers. It's stretch time here in Cincy. 5-0 in Game 1 of the World Series. By the way, I want to check my facts on that. Did Torque lead off? He did. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. I just had to make sure that I was correct on that. Okay, so we got Reese Olson now with 7 pitches, and with left, right, left, I was inclined to go to Brant Herter, but now that we got a 5-run cushion, I'm going to have a little leeway here for Olson. Not too much. You know, two of the first 3 batters get on or something, then we're going to make a move. But right now we're going to give him an opportunity against Confidant, Marte, and Friedel. 3-1 to Confidant. And he immediately betrays my trust in him by walking Confidant. It'll be Marte now, 1-1. And that one's lifted to left, but playable for Carter. 1 down. Friedel, 1-0. And he lifts one to left. Also playable for Carter. Barely had to move. 2 down. And so we'll stick with Olson here at only 17 pitches. 1 on, 2 out. Stuart Fairchild, 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. Torque scoops it, makes the grab. And we work around a leadoff walk. And Chase Petty is coming back out. What the hell is going on with the Reds? Insane. Their fans are apoplectic right now. They're like, why are we doing this? What is wrong with our management? All right, it'll be Mendoza, Carter, and Adames. Full count to Sergio Mendoza, who hit one of the homers last inning. Taps that one. Petty, going to try to make the play. He cannot. Another infield hit. Mendoza was busting it out of the box, and that will finally end the day for Andrew Abbott, mercifully. But show no mercy on our end. We're trying to steal here. Go, Mendoza. Oh, okay, he goes back. All right, I won't do it again. Evan Carter here, lefty-lefty. We're going to leave him in with a 5-0 lead. Full count from Abbott. Struck him out. Nasty pitch there. A little slide piece. Caught the edge. I mean, that was a fair strike. I know you guys probably can't see that super well, and you see the 2 little red ones right there. It's the innermost one, so that's a more legit call. All right, it'll be Adames. 0-1. Ground ball to third, over to the second baseman, back to 1 for the double play. So we go quickly. They work around an infield hit. And we head to the bottom of the 8th up 5-0. Olsen back out. It'll be Arroyo, Tanner, and Otani. And again, I think we're going to stick with him here and see what's up. 1-2. That one's blasted to right. It's going to get to the wall for an easy double here. Like I said during the preview. Oh, actually, he's going 3. Edwin Arroyo with a leadoff triple. Okay. But like I said during our preview, we can't take him lightly. He has some capability in his bat, despite the overall bad rating. Like bad numbers at 78 WRC plus. There's still some punch and capability in that bat. All right, now 25 pitches for Olsen. I'm gonna give him one more batter here with Tanner, and then we'll go to Herder. Full count coming to Logan Tanner, and that's a base hit back up the box. Young, oh, he was right there. Can't make the play, but it's 1-0. Oh, and that one gets by Mendoza. Tanner gets all the way to second. Should have been a single. We'll call it single and an error. And now the Reds showing some fight. And as such, we're not going to push our boy Olsen. Thank you for the inning and 2/3. The 1 run, it's on you because of the triple, but I'm not too worried about it is what I'm trying to say. We're going to go lefty-lefty here for Brant Herder against Otani. 1-2 pitch coming. Herder. Did he go? He did. And Otani's 0 for 4 on the day. It'll be Jonathan India now, 2-2. And he rips one into left for a base hit. That's going to score another run. Tanner coming in. Throw is not in time. RBI single for Jonathan India. Now it's just 5-2. And all of a sudden, the tying run is on deck. And with that, we're going to get Mosqueda and Teodo warming. We are not going to wait until, we're backed into a complete corner here. We need to snuff this out and get to the 9th. De La Cruz, full count from Brant Herder. Ground ball, Adames fires over to first. I don't know why he didn't touch the bag and do a double play there. Little perplexing, but he got the out, so not going to gripe too hard. I do want to get my field zones up. Forgot to do that before. I had everything else in order. I refilled my water. I got the shower cam. I fixed the text over here. Everything but my field zones. Let's make sure that that's shown. There we go. Okay. And we will reference it real quick because I want to know if that maybe wasn't as close to the bag as it looked on the animation. So that was in the... it doesn't say. It doesn't say where it went. Okay. Ground ball P. So does that just mean that it's in the... somewhere in the... Oh, you know what? Maybe that's what they call anything that's in, like, this area, in the pitcher's zone or something, which would then make sense, right? Because if he's charging it, say, somewhere around here, you then can't run to the bag. But then what the hell was the second baseman doing? So then maybe that's a problem on Young's part. Let's go ahead and replay this. Yeah, so, I mean, the animation is just definitely not exactly right of, like, where it was. It had to be more in this area, maybe just a bit closer than it showed. But then Young still has to go cover there. So, all right, not the end of the world. India gets the second with 2 outs, and it'll be Confidant here against Herder. 1-2 pitch coming. Struck him out. And we snuffed that out after 2 runs. But the Reds... they got a fighting chance now. We head to the 9th up 5-2 in Game 1 of the World Series. It'll be Cruz, Dingler, Young against Andrew Abbott. Cruz hit a homer last time up. I got to give him the opportunity. Go lefty-lefty, and he gets a base hit. Normally that's a spot for Arias to go against the lefty, but nah. Got to show some love for Cruz, and he comes through. Dingler now, and he lifts one to left. Should be playable. And it is for Fairchild. By the way, I know it's a bit late in the 9th inning of Game 1, but let's get the lay of the land on their arms out there. We know Confidant has a big one, but Fairchild has a 55 arm. Friedel has a 50, so we can run on him a bit. And then Confidant with the big 65. We got to be very careful. Okay, Jace Young with 1 on, 1 out. What's he been doing today? He's 2 for 3. So again, we're going to stick with the guys that are performing. I'm sorry, Arias, you're not going to get a base hitter because I want to tack on too. So if we're up like, 8-2 and feeling super comfortable, maybe I'd go to a pinch hitter, get some guys off the bench. But no, we got to keep pedal to the metal. Let's give Young a lefty-lefty opportunity. Ground ball to first, and it's a double play. Oh, did he beat it out? Oh, he did, barely. Whew. Damn near double play. Okay, that's fine. Carrasco, he's 1 for 3 on the day, and he lifts one deep to left, back. Gone! 2-run shot for Dury Carrasco. 7-2, there's the insurance we need. Let's go. Carrasco. It took all year for that trade to start paying off on the Carrasco end. Again, Gavin Stone has made me feel good about that trade throughout. But from the offensive piece, watching Watanabe pop off for Houston and Carrasco flounder for us, I'm like, oh my God. But in the most important time, October, he comes through for us. And in the biggest series, right? The ALCS, as Riley Green lifts one deep to left. And that's an Oppo Taco back to back. He goes lefty, lefty. And all of a sudden it is 8-2, which I had just randomly referenced earlier, saying if it was 8-2, I would have done a pinch hit or this and that. Well, that said, I'm not taking Torque out, so he'll face Evan Marshall. 0-1 from Marshall. And lifted to center. That gets over his head. TJ Friedel played it too casually. And that's going to be a double. Stand-up double for Torkelson. Oh, my goodness. We are going off in these late innings here. Mendoza now. 0-2. Oh, where the hell was that pitch? That's some horse shit. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, my God. Even Angel Hernandez is like, ooh, that one's pretty rough. Unbelievable. All right, bot 9 then. Herder's at 20 pitches. I don't want to use Teodo in this game. So we're going to really try to avoid that. I'll get Enriquez ready, again, just in case things get sketchy. But I'm going to try to finish this game off with Herder. He'll get Marte, Friedel, and then I forget who. Fairchild, maybe. This one's popped up. Jace Young ranges behind Torque a little bit there over on the first base side. Makes the grab, 1 down. Friedel, and then Fairchild. I did remember properly. Look at me. 2-2. Friedel rips one into right for a base hit. So 1 on, 1 out. Stuart Fairchild, who's still nursing a hip flexor strain, but he's in the lineup. They need him. He's 1 for 3 on the day. 2-2. Base hit back up the box. So 2 on, 1 out. And we'll take a check on Herder here. Let's see where he's at. Oh, he's done. 40 pitches. He's in the orange. Let's not get stupid here. We got switch right, left. Arroyo does his better work against lefties. Tanner does as well. And then Ohtani, of course, is just terrifying regardless, but has a big issue against lefties. Okay, so if it gets all the way to Ohtani, I think we can bring in Mosqueda. But for now, let's go Enriquez. Try to get this done here. Listen, ground ball can get us out of here with a game 1 win if it's to the right player and we can turn 2. So let's see what we can do here. First pitch swinging for Arroyo. Hit a triple last time up and he blasts that one deep to center, but Mendoza tracks it, makes the grab. Runner on second, will tag, get over to third. That's Friedel. But there's 2 outs for Braden Taylor. Oh, hey, look who gets the bat. Now, I got to be honest. As great as Braden Taylor is, I don't know, man. Tanner has 22 bombs. Now, this makes sense. Obviously, Taylor is a huge offensive bat. Insane that they can bring a 29 home run hitter who won the league in WRC Plus just off their bench. And again, maybe I shouldn't be saying it all angrily because, you know, it's a negative EV play for them. They should be having somebody else, or they should be having him in the lineup. So the fact that he's only a pinch hitter actually isn't terrible. Can Enriquez get him out? 1-2 pitch coming. Ground ball in the second. Young fires over to first. Ball game, and we're up 1-0 after an 8-2 victory. And it was a home run fest. It was a home run fest on our own, let alone if they end up listing a bunch of random minor leaguers. That'll just make it look even crazier. Let's change the little text here. What'd you think about that game there, Shar? Good job, Dad. She's like, good job, whatever. Can I leave? No, you can't. Shar, you okay? You good, puppy? All right, what a game, man. What a game. Multi-hit efforts from Green, Torque, Mendoza, Carter, Cruz, Young, and Carrasco. They all had exactly 2 hits, made up for Adames and Dingler going 0 for 8. But hey, 0 for 8 from our shortstop and our catcher, who are defensive studs. Don't worry, we picked them up. No need to give them too much trouble about it. We picked them up. Olsen got knocked around a little bit. He gave up the 1 run, and then another one came in when he was out. It doesn't look like a great outing. I'm not too worried about it given the context of where we were. He got some key outs, but, gave up that triple, and then Herder let in that other run. Petty, they left him in way too long. That was crazy. All right, let's get out of this and save so we don't lose this amazing game. Contact inning, power inning, bat around. Let's freaking go, baby. Hit a little save right there. And let's get to game 2. That was awesome. That was an awesome game. Now, one thing I am thinking that, like, here's I'm trying to think about, doing this all in one, especially with the last episode being so long. If we lose this game and it's 1-1 going to Detroit, I think we'll sim the first game in Detroit just in the interest of time. And then kind of see where we are from there. Obviously, I don't want to sim anything that's like a closeout game. Obviously, games 6 or 7, we would never. So I think maybe like a game. Actually, if we're being honest, it probably makes the most sense to sim this game. Maybe I should do that. We got to win. So if we sim and take a loss, it's like not the end of the world because we get a split in Cincy. Yeah, I think I'm convincing myself that that's the right move there. Just in the interest of time. I love to play them out, but, if they're 20, 30 minutes per, let's call it, let's just say like they're about 30 minutes per. I think I started around 20 and it's at the 50-minute mark right now. Then obviously that could be a really, really long time if we're playing out an entire series. Now, we don't know how long this is going to go, but we have to be careful. So I think we will sim this one. It's going to be Gavin Stone against Luis Garcia. They are indeed going to have to go to their 4-starter here. And yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. We'll hit a sim. And we get a win 7-4. Bang. Oh, we came back too. Another late inning barrage. Now, actually middle inning. 7, 8, 9, I would say, is the late innings. But 6 is still kind of in that middle. And that's when we scored 5. But they had a lead. They had 2-0 lead. Actually, we scored first. 1-0 in the first. They get 2 right back in the second. Scoreless from the 3rd, 4th, 5th. Then we drop a 5 bomb in the 6th. Add another in the 9th. They did get 2 to kind of give it a little threat in the 9th there. But push come to shove, we get the dub. O'Neill Cruz went yard off Evan Marshall in the 9th. Jonathan India went yard off of Teodo in the 9th. God, Teodo, man. He got the save, but I'm losing some confidence in him. Adames got a reprieve there in that he was allowed to stay in the 5 spot, but now we are indeed going to move him. And we're going to do it on the outside here, meaning it will stick for the rest of the series. Usually we do them in-game because it's only like a 1-game situation. And listen, I know it's going to present a 4-lefty setup here, but we have to go with just the best guys. We can't get too hung up on that because he's basically an automatic out anyway. So what does it really matter? At least this way we have better players up there. So Dury moves up to 5, Adames to 9. Ooh, looks like Evan Carter got nicked up with some neck stiffness last game. Okay, let's hope he's okay. That's a bummer. Maybe we give him a day off for Parker Meadows here in Detroit. But I'll do that one in game because that'll be a one-off. All right, so let's not blow the extra time that we just got there. Let's go ahead and sim and dive right into game 3. Let's change the text while it's simming. And we're up 2-0. I love to play out the games. But again, I don't want to ask too much y'all's time by putting out back-to-back, 2+ hour type videos or even hour and a half plus type videos. And I know I put out long ones just in general, but I think with the playoffs, if we're going to have a long playoff run, I think we have to be open to some sims. I had thought about it during the Tampa Bay series, but by the time I did, it was late in the series. And again, I don't want to sim anything late. It really should always be kind of a 1-2-3, game 1, 2, or 3 situation. And now we set up for Ohtani v. Skubal. Hell of a matchup in Detroit, baby. Let's freaking go. Oh, we got some fake homers, too. Gutierrez and Mata for the Reds. Sick. Who can forget their magical homers? All right. So obviously there's a DH hole here that says that we have the edge. That's actually not true because that's just Ohtani. And he still beats Carrasco. So it looks like it's 7-3. That's fake. It's still 8-2. But guess what? We're up 2-0. So take your ratings wins and shove them. Wind blowing in from center at 17 miles an hour. So going yard to center in Comerica is already like one of the most difficult things to do in baseball. Now you're fighting against 16 miles an hour of wind. Good luck. And we're going to give Evan Carter a one-day breather here. We'll go with the defense for Parker Meadows. Another lefty, unfortunately. And we'll switch him and Mendoza. They're both 70 range, but Meadows has the better arm and error ratings. So we'll pop Mendoza in the left, Parker into center, and then we'll move Young. Well, actually, we'll move Carrasco to 4, Cruz to 5, and actually, we will break it up. I mean, Dingler is obviously not an amazing hitter. He's done some things here in the playoffs that we're very happy with, but just to break it up a little bit, it'll be left, right, 3 lefties, a righty, 2 lefties, and then another righty. We'll go with that. And we got Skubal. We got Skubal on the bump. Here we go, game 3 in Detroit. First batter's Edwin Arroyo. Oh, I never did go over their lineup, so let's do that right now. Leading off is Edwin Arroyo at short. Jonathan India batting second at first. Ellie De La Cruz batting third at third. Yerlin Confidant batting fourth and right. Noelvi Marte batting fifth at second. TJ Friedel on fire batting sixth in center. Shohei Ohtani batting seventh, well, against the lefties, so that makes sense. Pitching and DHing, of course. Stuart Fairchild batting eighth, playing left field with a 360 average and 4 homers during the playoffs. He's been incredible for them. And then Logan Tanner batting ninth and catching. Our lineup: Green, Torkelson, Mendoza, Carrasco, Cruz, Dingler, Young, Meadows, and Adames. You had just seen it, so I really didn't need to go over it in super detail. All right, first batter. He's first pitch swinging, and he blasts one to right. That's going to drop right in front of Riley Green for a leadoff single. A first pitch single at that for Edwin Arroyo. I was prophetic in calling him out as one to watch, despite the ugly regular season numbers. I would have rather been proven wrong on that. That's one where I'd love to take it out. Oh, I overrated him and he didn't do anything. No, he's been good. All right, it'll be India now, 3-1. Walked him. Okay. 0-2 to De La Cruz. Struck him out. Let's go. Confidant now with 2 on, 1 out. 1-2 pitch from Scoobs. Lefty here. Cracked on the ground to Young. Flips it to Adames. Back to 1. Double play. And we snuff out what could have been a big threat there. Scooble's hyped early here in game 3. All right. Let's get to Rispin. And we're in business early as well with 2 on, nobody out walk, and then a reached on error. Holy smokes. Ohtani on the ropes a little bit early. Let's see what he can do here against Sergio Mendoza. 1-2 pitch coming. And he strikes him out. That was a nasty breaker. Carrasco with 1 out, 1-1. Ground ball to second. Flips to the shortstop. They can't make the turn. I thought they were going to do the exact same thing we did and get the double play, but Carrasco beat it out. Arroyo couldn't make the throw. I will say, Arroyo, man, not turning as many double plays as I would have thought. I'd have figured anything that looks like it's going to be a double play would be automatic with him. Maybe he got a bad feed from Marte. It'll be O'Neal Cruz with 2 on, runners at the corners, but also 2 outs. 1-2 pitch, and he strikes out. Okay, so both teams threaten but come up empty in the first. And we continue on. They got a run. It's a Shohei homer with 2 outs, unfortunately, too. Bottom second, and we got 2 on, 1 out now. Adames big opportunity here. I don't know if you can erase all the ugliness of the playoffs here with a big hit, but it'll go a long way. 0-2, oh boy. Hey, he put the ball in play. That's deep to center. Back. That's going to get down. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Willy Adames thinks about going 3 and holds up a 2-run double for Willy Adames, and that's 2 0-2 hits that we have in the World Series already. Y'all know I get so pessimistic when it's 0-2, expecting a strikeout. I'm so pessimistic to the point where I'm like excited when it's in play for an out on 0-2, just because it differentiates from the norm. But nope, that goes way off the reservation from the norm. A 2-run double from our coldest hitter, who bounces his batting average all the way up to 070 for the playoffs. Riley Green now with 1 out, 2 in, 1 on, 1 out, bottom second, 0-2 pitch, struck him out. Nice pitch there from Ohtani. And Torkelson, 2-2, and he strikes out. So after the 2-run double to Adames, Ohtani dials in, strikes out Green and Tork, our 2 best hitters, to retire the side. But we do take a 2-1 lead headed to the third. Nothing for them in the third. And we got a runner on second with nobody out. A Mendoza double. It'll be Carrasco, 1-0. Lifted to right. Pretty shallow. Confidant coming in, makes the grab. It'll be O'Neal Cruz, 0-2. And another strikeout for him. That's part of his game. We just have to accept it. Dingler now. 1-0. Popped straight up on the infield. His counterpart, Logan Tanner, will take it to retire the side. So Ohtani works around a leadoff double. We head to the fourth, up 2-1. And they got 2 on, 1 out with Ohtani up. Scary spot here. Fly out, walk, single. Marte on second, Friedel on first. Scoobles at 53 pitches. So I'm not getting the bullpen up out of stamina fear, but out of like performance fear, because he's not doing super well right now. We have to be ready in case the inning snowballs. Let's go Mosqueda and Enriquez. All right. Full count to Ohtani. Flared to left. Is that going to get down? It will. Into left center there. Mendoza cannot track it down. Thought he had a beat on it, but he did not. It's bases loaded. Everyone moves up 90 feet. It'll be Stuart Fairchild now. Let's get a little visit. Hey, you good? I'm not tired at all. Let me pitch. Okay. They don't always have to get pissed, right? I wish those were more situationally aware. I know you're not tired. I'm coming out because you got bases loaded, dum-dum. So chill and get a damn out. Stuart Fairchild. First pitch swinging. Ground ball to short. Flips it to second. Jace Young can't make the turn. That'll score a run and tie the ball game. But there are 2 outs at least for Logan Tanner. 1-1. Lifted to left, but Mendoza, tracking it easily, makes the grab to retire the side. The Reds tie it up, but that's all. And we head to the bottom of the fourth, tied at 2. And we're in business yet again against Ohtani. Single, flyout, strikeout, single. So we got runners at the corners with Torkelson up. Ohtani at 66 pitches. 1-0 to Torque. Lifted to left, shallow, playable. Fairchild ranging in, makes the grab to retire the side. So another threat that is snuffed out by Ohtani. And the tough part is, we've had the threats with Green and Torque up, and we haven't really been able to cash in. So I hope that doesn't come back to burn us. All right, top 5, 1 more RISP. Nothing for them. 1 more RISP for us. Bottom 5, and nothing for us. Okay, so top 6. Scooble's at 81 pitches. So again, he's fine from a stamina standpoint. But because it's the 6th and we don't want things to get out of pocket, we'll put Mosqueda and Enriquez back up in the bullpen. It'll be Marte, Friedel, and Ohtani. Here we go. 1-1 to Marte. And that's laced into left for a base hit. Friedel now. 2-2. And he lifts one deep to right. It's going to stay in the yard. Looks playable. Reeled in by Green. Marte thinks about advancing and then darts back to first, realizing he'd have been hosed. So 1 on, 1 out with Shohei digging in. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a bomb. See what happens here. 0-1. Rutrow. That's a ground ball to first. Torque fires over to second. Back to one. Double play. Listen, you can say what you want about Adames' offense. It's been wretched. But his glove is still brilliant. And that's why it's hard to take him out of the lineup. And he has 2 ribbies this game. So let's lay off of him for momentarily at least. Bottom 6 now. It'll be Dingler, Young, Meadows against Ohtani. 77 pitches. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. De La Cruz fires over to first. 1 down. It'll be Jace Young. 1-1. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Make it 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Jace Young quietly having a hell of a game here. Parker Meadows. 0 for 1 on the day. 0-1 pitch coming. And he gets hit. Oh, man. That one stung. That was 97 to the back. Ouch. I would evaporate. My bones would explode. And look who's up again with a runner in scoring position. 2 on and all with Young at second, Meadows at first. It's Willy Adames, who's 1 for 2 with a 2-run double. Stay hot, baby. What do you say? Full count. Popped up into foul territory for the easy out. 2 down. Okay, well, he basically did his offense for the day. We can't expect too much more. It'll be Riley Green now. 2-2. And he strikes out. Another tough situation there where Green has a strikeout with runners in scoring position. Green and Torque have not come through with the RISP. Green's left 3 on base. Torque's left 4. And they have 3 combined strikeouts. They're 1 for 6 with a walk, 3 punchies, and 7 left on. Dang. So Ohtani's stepping up against our best when he needs to. Which is a good trait to have, obviously. Bear down. You know, he might have taken his foot off the gas a little bit for Adames and then was like, uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that, but now I really need to focus for Green and Torque. And then he went back-to-back punchies. All right, Scooble at 91 pitches, so likely his last inning, depending on how it goes. It'll be Fairchild, Tanner, Arroyo. And let's see what happens. It's right switch, but we're sticking with him right now. 0-2 to Fairchild. And he flares one into right for a base hit. Oh, my God. That's now 3 0-2 base hits in the World Series. 2 for us, 1 for them. Okay, now I'm getting annoyed with it. When it's 0-2 for them, I want it to be an automatic strikeout. Come on, game. Oh, my God. What in God's name is this Alfred E. Newman looking shit for Logan Tanner? I know that's an old-ass reference, but that's a tough pick. Dude looking like a blow pop with a giant-ass head. All right, Logan Tanner here. It's funny how a single, like just a little old single, changes your perspective so much, because now I'm like, do we take out Scooble? Especially because the next 3 guys, Tanner, Arroyo, and India, are markedly better against lefties. So I think Enriquez is the guy. I think we take our 6 innings, 2 runs, 8 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts from Scoobs, and say thank you very much. Let's do it. Ronnie Enriquez is going to come in to face Logan Tanner. He's freezing cold right now. Let's keep him that way. 1-1 though. Pitch coming from Enriquez. Hard grounder to third, over to second, back to 1. Double play when we needed it most, baby. Jace Young with the turn. Clears the bases for Edwin Arroyo. 0-2 pitch now from Enriquez. Struck him out. Enriquez comes in, gets the double play, strikeout, and we head to the stretch. Tied at 2. All right. It'll be Torque, Mendoza, Carrasco against Ohtani. He's at 98 pitches. I don't necessarily think he should have come back out, but it could be to our benefit. So let's see what happens. Full count. Struck him out. Mendoza, 2-0. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And he lifts one deep to left or right, back. Oh, it died. It died. Oh, my God. That was a homer off the bat, I thought. Oh, my God. I think it had to be the wind there. Or maybe I just misjudged it. Like I said, that felt like a bomb off the bat. The trajectory, I think the yellow line might have confused me too because it looked good. But I do think it kind of dies. I really do think it slows down there. So I'm going to say that was the wind, which again was 16 blowing in from center. So that would still have an effect on a fly ball to right like that. All right, well, Otani survives a little scare there. Confidant, by the way, he was camped under it on the animation, but the text said he made a running grab, so we can assume that he was kind of, maybe drifting back there and had to make it while on the run. 108 pitches now for Otani. I'm going to check starter stamina. I hadn't really noticed it. I didn't really see the Rays or the Mariners or the Jays. No, we didn't play the Jays. Who did we play first? Or no, it was just Mariners, Jays. Stop saying Jays. Mariners, Rays. Yeah, because we've only played 3 rounds. But anyway, I didn't notice any of them like over pushing their starters, because usually what I've done in my Twitch sims is turn down, like make the hook quicker for starters as a league-wide global change during the playoffs just to match kind of real life. But I didn't think I had to because the teams have been being pretty smart about it. But the way they treated Petty and Otani here, I think I'm going to pull back a little bit because like the Petty one was really stupid. This one isn't crazy, but I don't know. A $1.08. He's been pretty good. I don't know. It's borderline. I don't overdo it. I don't turn the quick hook to where they're only pitching 3 innings. But I just don't really think he'd be able to go 7 here. I guess 108 isn't crazy. How many 100 pitch counts did we see in the playoffs this year? I don't know the answer to that, but I'm wondering. Anyway, Dury Carrasco with 2 outs. 3-0. There we go. We don't see many walks for him. There it is. Otani done. Alexis Diaz comes in. So he ends with 112. Feels pretty high. What was he pitching during the season? Oh, interestingly enough, his season high of 113 came against us on 7/21. Or at least season high to this point. I'm looking from October back. I see a 114 on 5/8. A 110. Obviously, that's not higher than 114. So the 114 is actually the high. Our game is the second highest. But a lot of 100s. Mostly 100. So honestly, this isn't that bad. I'm still going to look at it. I might make a change. But that's not totally egregious for the way they've been treating Otani. And what's his stamina even? I didn't check that. 55. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. But we do have 1 on, 2 outs. Alexis Diaz against O'Neal Cruz, who's 0 for 3 with a couple punchies today. 1-2 pitch coming now. And he lifts one, but playable and right. In fact, that's going to drift into foul territory. Confidant tracks it down and retires the side. We head to the 8th. Still knotted at 2. It's time to get Elpidio going. And he should be warmed up in time for Confidant, but I should have warmed him up while we were batting. That's okay. I've done it once already this series, so I'm getting better. But I need to be on top of that more consistently. All right, India, De La Cruz, Confidant against Ronnie Enriquez. Full count to India. Lifted into left center. That's going to drop in front of Meadows for a single. And that'll bring up De La Cruz, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Oh, Elpidio gets warm quickly. Wow. I wonder if that's a feature or anything. Like a hidden feature. I don't know. It just seems so fast for him to jump out there and be ready already. All right. We're going to give Enriquez. Well, hang on. What's Ellie do against righties and lefties? Okay. He's better against lefties. So we're going to give Enriquez De La Cruz here. And then go from there. 1-2 pitch coming. Lifted. Medium depth to left. Playable. Mendoza has to range over because they were kind of shifting him toward right. But he makes the grab 1 down. Now we're hard shifting Confidant as well, including in the outfield. Actually, primarily in the outfield because infield shifts are banned. Okay. Confidant is on a snowflake right now, but obviously we're terrified of him every time he bats. But we're going to go to Elpidio. And we're going to see what happens here. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch swinging for Confidant. Elpidio Perez kicks and fires, and that's a 2-run shot, just absolutely tattooed. Lefty, lefty. That one's never going to land. Holy shit, he destroyed that. 404. I think they undersold that by about 100 feet. Just an absolute moonshot. First pitch. He was sitting dead red. Got it. Elpidio, you throw 89-90, man. You don't come first pitch heater. You got to pitch backwards. I would have gone first pitch curve. All right, let's get the replay. Even though it's theirs, you got to respect the massive shot there. Oh, did you hear that whistle when I said shot? I was like, shot. Couldn't even replicate the whistle. Look at that. Deep into the night. Holy shit. Oh, I think I hit that guy right in the face. All right, what was the exit velo on that? 7,000? 101. I don't know. I call bullshit. I think it was like a 190 exit velo, and it went 612 feet. Those are the official StatCast numbers. All right, well, Elpidio, you pissed me off with that one. No Elve. 1-1. We'll tapper to Torque. He'll take it himself. Call off Perez. 2 down. It'll be Friedel. 0-2 to him. Punchy City. Change up. All right, it'll be Hunter Green now coming out for the 8th and 9th, their closer. First we've seen of him, I don't think he pitched in game 2. Correct. Okay, so first we're seeing of him here in the World Series. And he'll get Dingler, Young, Meadows. All right, so how do we want to play this? I think Carter is going to bat for Meadows. We'll give him the at-bat. Because the neck stiffness has minimal effect on his hitting. And I still think maybe, a bit of a compromised Carter is still better than Parker. I think we're going to let Dingler bat. Like, we don't have a ton off the bench. Maybe we go with Relvis. Relvis has 60 power. Dingler has, 55? Yeah, it's not that big of a difference. I think we stick with Dingler here. 1-2 pitch coming to Ding. Green kicks and fires. Struck him out looking. Nasty changeup on the outside corner. Jace Young now. Full count. Lifted to right. Playable for Confidon. 2 down. And that'll bring up the aforementioned Meadows. You know what? With nobody on, I'm going to stick with Meadows. 1-0. Save Carter for the 9th if we need it. Flares one out to left. Base hit. Let's go. There we go. Love to see it. See? Stuck with our guy, and he rewarded us. Adames now. Full count. Struck him out looking. Nasty fastball to retire the side. All right, we head to the 9th, down 4-2. Here in Game 3 of the World Series, it'll be Ohtani, Fairchild, Tanner against Perez. 1-2. Ohtani cracks one to center. That's not going anywhere, though. Meadows calls off Mendoza, makes the grab. 1 down. It'll be Stuart Fairchild now, 0-2. And he swings through that one, strike 3 to make him 1-4 on the day. It'll be Logan Tanner. 1-1. And he blasts one deep to left. Gone. What a shot there by Logan Tanner. That's going to get him off the snowflake probably. It's 5-2 now. Oof. That was crushed. Oh, a hanging curveball. It's the blue pitch there. You don't want a curveball in that part of the zone. They're a little bit less effective up there, as you just saw. All right, you know what? I think we need to make a switch here. Just to have Perez. I don't want to run him into the ground here. It's not his outing. It's 21 pitches. We still want him to be available for at least one of the next 2 here in Detroit. So let's go to Uribe. He'll flip Arroyo around. Full count with 2 outs. Ground ball to third. Cruz fires over to first to retire the side. But another tack-on run from a Logan Tanner homer makes it 5-2. As we head to the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Green v. Green here. Hunter v. Riley. Let's see if we can get it started. 2-2 to Riley Green. 1-for-3 on the day. And he gets hit. Okay, we'll take it. A little slider. At least he didn't get hit by the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And we get a little something going. Now the tying run is on deck. Torkelson, 1-2 pitch. Swings over the top of that changeup for the strikeout. All right, Mendoza now, full count. And he lifts one too high. Got under it. Confidant comes in to play it 2 down. That leaves it up to Dury Carrasco. He's 0 for 3 on the day. 1-2. Cracks one. Deep to left. Gone! Dury Carrasco. Oppo Taco down the line. And it's 5-4. Now that Logan Tanner homer is very, very important, obviously. But we're alive. 5-4. Green at 45 pitches. Okay, now this one is enough for me to want to go change the setting, because I get it, going for the 2 outs or the 2 inning save. That's cool. That happens a lot, although it happens too much in this game. I've pitched about that before. But at this point, 45 pitches, just gave up a 2-run homer. How are you going to let him face the lefty here? And frankly, I don't even care what the result is. The process is bad, so the result doesn't matter. But let's punish it. Come on, Cruz. Let's see what you can do, baby. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Green's going to play it himself and retire the side and end the ball game to hold on for the 5-4 win. Oof, that was close. Damn. Logan Tanner's home run ends up being the difference there. That is massive for Cincinnati, or Cincinnati, as George Kell used to say. All right, well, it's fine. Not the end of the world. Let's continue on here. And let's look at the box score. 3 hits for Jace Young. Multi-hit efforts for India and Ohtani for them. Ohtani went yard, so did Confidant and Tanner. Of course, Carrasco went yard for us in the 9th. Bullpen, man. Enriquez and Perez gave up 3 runs. It's really tough. We need Perez to be better than that, obviously. 2 homers did him in. But hey, this offense for Cincinnati is incredible, so we're not going to shut them down, completely in a 7-game set. So it's a 2-1 lead now. We took 2 in Cincy. They take 1 in Detroit. So far, the home team is winless. And let me check that stamina or the hook while I'm thinking about it. All right, see, it's at -3, which I don't mind. I'm going to drop it 1 to -4. And you see the reliever hook is already -5. It's very quick. I wish, and I've talked about this before, I wish you could do playoff ones. General strategic tendency. I wish there was like regular season and playoff options, because the league does change things based on that, I could go to stamina low. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm just going to change the hook. I'll just move it down 1 point for starters. I just need to remember to change it after the playoffs. But we'll go with that. Again, the Ohtani one wasn't that egregious when we looked at kind of what he normally does, but the Chase Petty one was just silly. That one didn't make any sense. All right, let's sim to game 4. It'll be Keaton Wynn against Jackson Jobe. And we're at an hour and a half. I think this is actually another really good sim spot, because I have an inkling, and I might be wrong, we'll see. Like, if we win this game, obviously, we're then in a closeout situation. But I do have an inkling that this is going to be a long series. And it's a Saturday afternoon, so I have all intentions of doing it in one shot. But I do think that means we need another sim, and this makes the most sense to do it. Because obviously, if we had won, then we'd be in a closeout situation, and then we wouldn't want to sim any of the other games. So I think this is kind of our last chance, probably, to sim. Come on, Jobe. You've been amazing. Don't fail me now. And he doesn't. He wins 7-3, baby. Let's go. Let's see what happened here. Jobe throws 5 innings, allows 1 run on 7 hits, 4 walks. They had 11 base runners and only scored 1. Wow, he was dodging raindrops. Mosqueda threw 2 scoreless, but then Brant Herter did give up 2, only one of them earned in his 2 innings of work. Keaton Wynn got rocked. 5 runs in 2 2/3. Clevenger came in 3 1/3, 2 runs, and then 2 perfect innings from Evan Marshall. Torque hit 2 bombs. He went 4 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 3 ribbies. Cruz went yard. Let's go. Carter was back in, went 2 for 3. He's still dealing with his neck stiffness. We gave him the 1 day off, but I'm inclined to play him here the rest of the way. All right. Well, that means we are now in a closeout situation. There will be no more Sims. Could be upwards of 3 games depending on how it goes. Let's get back to it. We got one more here in Detroit. It'll be a Game 1 rematch between Petty and Ashby, which we, of course, won 8-2 as they buried Petty and just refused to take him out after homer after homer after homer. Let's do that again. Let's get a bunch of homers again. I would really, really be down for that. He says, obviously. We change the text here, up 3-1. And we are in a closeout situation here in the World Series. Game 5 in Detroit. Can we close it out at home? Let's find out. Everything's staying the same for us. Now, interestingly, I had mentioned that Ohtani was batting 7th because Skubal was on the mound, forgetting that Ashby, also a left-hander, Ohtani batted first against him, as he's doing here again. So that's curious. Maybe just when he pitches, he bats lower. I'm not entirely sure why that would be the case, but that seems to be what it was. But anyway, their lineup now is Ohtani, India, De La Cruz, Confidant, Marte, Friedel, Fairchild, Arroyo, and Tanner. And let's see what Ashby can do against Ohtani. Full count pitch coming. Struck him out. Let's go. Great way to start. I did see the wind was 10 miles. I didn't see what the direction was, so let's find that out. 10 miles blowing in from right. So going to be tough for the lefties to go pull side. Might have to hit some oppo tacos. And we start risping, and they immediately get 2 on after that. Strikeout, walk, strikeout, single. So it brings up Marte with 2 on, 2 out. And he lifts one into the left center gap. That's going to get down, go to the wall. Should score 2 runs here. 1 runs in. 2 runs in. And it's a 2-run double for Noelvi Marte here in the first. Sorry, that game sounded a little bit loud there. My bad. And it'll be Friedel. 2-2. Struck him out looking. Let's go. But they get 2 runs. We got Chase Petty. And we get 2 on quickly. Let's go. Walk, strikeout, walk. Petty. Command issues early. Can we make them pay? Evan Carter, 1-0. How's it going? This is going to be a ground ball to second. He flips, takes a short way to the shortstop there for the easy out, but that's fielder's choice. How, after 2 walks in the inning, does Evan Carter, a walks god, a disciplined god, swing on the second pitch? I mean, you know, he's swinging a strike and everything. It's not impossible. But you figure one of your most patient guys is going to go up there and really see where Petty's at with his control there, not trying to jump him. But whatever. Runners at the corners, 2 outs for Dury Carrasco. 0-1. And he laces one into left for a base hit. We're on the board. So we immediately answer back. I love it. We get one right back, and it's O'Neill Cruz. Can he keep it going? 1-1. He cannot. Ground ball to Marte. Fires over to first to retire the side. But hey, at least we scratched something back at him. We go to the second now. And they got 2 on again with nobody out this time. Back-to-back singles. One of them was an infield hit at 69 miles an hour. That is not nice. It is for them. But then another Arroyo hit as well. And now it'll be Logan Tanner. Alfred E. Newman here. Let's see what he can do. 1-1. Ground ball to third. Cruz fires over to second. But Jace Young cannot make the turn. It'll be a fielder's choice. So runners at the corners with 1 out, and Shohei Ohtani up. We're going to get the pen stirring a little bit, just because Ashby has not been great thus far. But let's see what he can do against Ohtani here. 1-2. Punchy City, baby. 2 down now. Chance to get out of this. Jonathan India, full count pitch coming. Ground ball to third. Cruz makes the play. Fires over to first. Bang. And we work around back-to-back leadoff hits. Actually, is only the first one is a leadoff hit. And back-to-back hits to start off the inning would probably be the more appropriate way to say that. But y'all knew what I meant. It's fine. All right. Bottom 2. We've had so much action already that despite risping, we're playing out like every inning. And here's another one. We got Adames on second after a 2-out double with Riley Green coming up. 2-2. Ground ball to second. Marte makes the play to retire the side. We head to the third. Nothing for them. Finally a clean inning for us. Well, clean in terms of risk. They didn't score in the second, so that's technically a clean inning too. But nobody got in scoring position this time. Bottom 3, nothing for us. Top 4, 73 pitches for Ashby. It's getting close here. Damn, and the guys aren't warmed up anymore. Frick. Okay. We've got Fairchild, Arroyo, Tanner. All right, let's just see what happens. I knew I was going to say your pitcher's getting fatigued. Let's see how quickly that was. Okay, that was after 2 outs, though, so that's not bad. Strikeout, fly out, and then 2 pitches to Tanner. Both are balls, and that put him at the your pitcher's tired level with 81 pitches, which makes sense. The guys are warming, and I think with the mound visit, they'll be ready. They are indeed. I'm starting to feel it, but I can pitch a little bit more if I need to. Can you get me one more out here? Can you give me 4? I'm going to push it. I'm going to push it, y'all. Full count coming into Logan Tanner. Struck him out looking. Let's go. Excellent frame job by Dylan Dingler. Tanner has a few things to say, but keeps it cool, knowing that he's the catcher. He doesn't want to have his pitchers getting some bad calls because he showed up the ump. You know, those umps, they're a sensitive bunch. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. And we got a runner on second with nobody out. A first pitch double for O'Neal Cruz. Dingler now, 1-0. Ground ball to short. Easy play for Arroyo, 1 down. He looked back Cruz to second, of course. So he remains there. Jace Young, damn it. There was a little rain delay there. I thought it said rain delays here in the box score, but it doesn't say anything. I don't know. Maybe it'll say it after the game. Anyway, there's a little rain. We're back. Jace Young, 1-2. Struck him out. Willie Adames now with 2 outs and Cruz on second. 1-0 pitch. We're still down 2-1, by the way. Ground ball to third. Easy play to retire the side. So they work around a leadoff double from Cruz. That's unfortunate not to tie the game with that one. So we go top 5. It's going to be Adrian Morejon coming in. He'll get the top of the order with Ohtani, India, De La Cruz. 1-2 pitch coming from Morejon. Struck him out. Is that 3 punchies for Ohtani? Yeah, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Ouch. India now 1-1. This won't be a strikeout. It'll be a shallow fly out to right field. 2 down. Ellie now. And he rips one into right field for a base hit. Jace Young almost had it in reach, but not quite. All right. So it'll be Confidant, but it's lefty-lefty and 2 outs. That's a little tapper up the middle. Adames ranges behind second base to make the play and retire the side. Nice little play there by Willie Adames. I'll say it again. His glove has been amazing, despite the ugliness with his bat. He's not taking his bat at bats out into the field with him, and you love to see that sort of mental fortitude. All right, bottom 5, I think we got one more risp in us here, and nothing comes of it. Top 6, let's get Teodo, and I think we're going to go double righties here, because Mosqueda and Herder are like break glass in case of emergency. We're really not trying to use them today. And we have Elpidio, but we need to save him for the late innings. So, yeah, I think we go double righty here with Enriquez and Teodo. All right. Moneon's at 14 pitches. He's going to get Marte, Friedel, Fairchild. Let's do one more risk for them. And we get clean. We get through it clean is what I meant to say. Bottom 6 now. 86 pitches for Petty, so he's probably got 50 more in the chamber, according to their manager. It'll be Carrasco, Cruz, and Dingler for us. 0-2 to Carrasco. Struck him out looking. That was literally nowhere near the plate. Absolutely horrendous call. Sick life. 2-2 to Cruz. He was 2 for 2 with a double, but he strikes out there for the second out, and it'll be Dingler with 2 down. 1-1 pitch coming. And he lifts it into medium distance center field, but it's an easy play for Friedel to retire the side. So we go 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 7th inning down 2-1 with the Reds coming up. It'll be Tanner than the top of the order for Ohtani in India. Modion's at 25 pitches. There's a decent chance he comes out at some point this inning, but I think I'm going to give him Tanner. Even though it's a lefty-righty situation, because I'm going to try to get him through Ohtani here too. So let's see what happens. Tanner's first pitch swinging, which even if it's a hit, which it is, it's a double to the wall. I don't love it, but at least it was only 1 pitch, meaning that Modion should still be good stamina-wise for Ohtani. At 26 pitches, he's still on the early yellow area, so I don't mind pushing him here. Says he feels just fine. I don't trust. So, by the way, if anybody's new here and hasn't seen my previous series, I know I could just do don't warm guys up and then we don't ever have to worry about who's ready. I like the added strategy of it. Sometimes it burns me because I forget, but that's my own fault. And so I'm okay with that. And yeah, sometimes I got to keep bringing them up, but I kind of like always being engaged with that. So that's why I keep it on. If anybody's wondering, like, why don't you just turn it off since you make mistakes with it? No, I just need to be better. All right, Ohtani against Modion. 0 for 3 with 3 punches. 1-1 pitch. Lifted to shallow center. Mendoza makes the grab. 1 down. Tanner can't go anywhere there. All right, that's going to be it for Modion. Now, which righty do we want to go to? Because we do have India. So it'll be right for this. But then switch and lefty. So who has the better splits? Teodo has a pretty big split skill-wise. 18% strikeout minus walk against righties, 12% against lefties. Interestingly, though, never mind. ERA versus handedness is not a real thing. So never mind, that doesn't matter. And then Enriquez, 17% versus righties, 14% versus lefties. Let me look at the ratings. Ooh. Enriquez loses a lot against lefties. Teodo also does, but I like his 60, 55, 40 setup against lefties better than I like Enriquez's, 55, 50, 55. Okay, this is a tough call here. You know, there's a world. No, there isn't. Never mind. I was going to say there's a world where we stick with Modion, but India and De La Cruz eat lefties. So we just can't. We can't do it. All right, we got to go Teodo. I know he's frustrated me throughout the year. Wait, where the hell did their little box down here go? What the frick? How do I bring that up? Is it this? Okay, yeah, there we go. Cool. I love when things disappear for no reason. Doesn't piss me off at all. Like, where? I have no idea why the hell that disappeared. Okay. So, India going to face... Stop going to the profile. I'm just trying to move it. All right. India against Emiliano Teodo. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. Let's go. 2 down for De La Cruz. 2-2. Ground ball to first. Torque. Flips it to Teodo. Retires the side. So we keep it at 2-1. It's stretch time here in Detroit. Game 5 of the World Series. We're up 3-1. They're going to go to Luis Velarde, the first we've seen of him. He might have pitched in some of the one of the 2 simmed games. No, he hasn't. Actually, what? This is his first playoff appearance? Yo, that's wild. No, it's not. This is horse shit. Unless he was pitching in the... Wait, was he pitching in the minor league playoffs? Oh my God, he was. He was. That's minor league. Wow. That's kind of crazy to me. Yeah. Wow. First playoff appearance here. This deep into it. Maybe, well, hang on. When were those playoff games? I mean, a month ago. That's bizarre. Because he looks pretty damn good. You'd think he would have been a prominent part of their bullpen. Wow, I'm stunned by that. All right, Velarde's going to get Young, Adames, and Riley Green here. 0-1 to Jace Young. Said the right name. I've never messed it up in my life. Ground ball to first. Easy play, 1 down. Adames now. Full count coming to him. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And he strikes out looking. Idiot. And then Riley Green. 1-2 pitch coming with 2 down. And he strikes out. So Velarde comes in and gets him 3 up, 3 down as we head to the 8th, down 1. It'll be Confidon, Marte, Friedel. Absolutely could have gotten Elpidio Perez warmed up there. That is classic Spore botch job. Minutes after I talk about how I need to be better about staying on top of the relievers. You'll love to see it. All right, I'm going to do mound visit, and even though he's only warming as opposed to ready, I'm bringing him in because it goes left, right, left here, and I think we need Elpidio to come through. So here we go. 0-2 to Confidon. Struck him out, baby. Let's go. All right, it'll be Marte here. 2-1. Cracks one to center. Is that going to get over his head? It is. I could tell by the way he was lazily going for it. There's certain animations that you see enough that you know what's coming. So the casual walk there like that on one that's blasted to center, it usually means it's going over their head. I don't think that happens a lot. I think maybe they could brush that up a little bit for that animation, but it's not the end of the world. It's a double, and we need to settle down and get Friedel here. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. Torque takes it himself. 2 down. Marte does advance to third. Let's hopefully leave him there. Stuart Fairchild now. He crushes righties and lefties, so we're just going to ride it. Here we go. He's first pitch swinging. And he cracks one. Deep to right. Back. Gone. Oppo taco for Stuart Fairchild. His 5th home run of the playoffs opens this one up a bit. 4-1 here in the 8th. I'm going to wear that one a little bit. We didn't bring him in fully warm. That might not have been the reason. I'm going to eat it, though. So we're not going to crush Elpidio on that one, even though he's had his own flaws at different times. He and Teodo, despite being our relief aces, haven't always been ace. There's a strikeout to retire the side, but too little, too late. And guess what? It's the 8th inning, so of course they're going to Hunter Green with a lead. It'll be Torque, Mendoza, Carter. 2-1 pitch coming to Torque. I swear to God, I was going to say, if he goes yard to make it 4-2, I would have been so mad. Because it would have been the game-tying homer if not for Fairchild's homer. Instead, it's a ground out. Mendoza, 1-2 pitch. And he lifts one deep to right center. The right fielder, Confidon, didn't even move. So, same situation. I was just kind of not mad about. I'm glad we got the run. But, like, it really stings when it could have been the game-tying homer. But, again, as I always say, butterfly effect. You never know if it would have been a homer the same way. So, you can't live in that universe. But that Fairchild homer, obviously prominent now at this point. We go to Evan Carter here. That's the Hunter Green experience, though. He'll get a bunch of strikeouts, but he'll give up bombs. And there's another one. Back-to-back bombs. This one deep to right. Back. Gone. Evan Carter makes it 4-3. And now the Stuart Fairchild homer raises in importance again. Even higher now as we answer back with the 2 runs, making it a 1-run deficit again. And Carrasco digs in with 1 out. 1-0 pitch to him. And he pops one way up on the infield. Who's going to take it? Looks like it's going to be Arroyo calling off Ellie for the 2nd out. And that leaves it up to O'Neill Cruz. 2 down. 2 in as well on back-to-back homers. 1 for 3 for Cruz. And he strikes out there on the 1-2 pitch to retire the side. All right. We head to the 9th, down 4-3. We're in this. We're back in this here. Perez will get Tanner, Ohtani, India. I'm going to give him Tanner and Ohtani, but I'll probably give Enriquez, India, depending on how this goes. 2-0. Tanner, ground ball to third. Cruz, easy play over to first, 1 down. Ohtani now, 0-2. Pops up to center, or not pops up. Fly ball to center. And drops in for a single, in fact. So much, not a pop-up, that it was an actual hit. All right, so can't get the lefty-lefty situation there. Elpidio, not your best outing. But we'll move on to Enriquez here for India and De La Cruz. 0-2 to India from Ronnie Enriquez. And he fucking hit him, dude. Oh, my God. Maybe this is my fault. I so eagerly root for 0-2 events that aren't strikeouts, and now we're getting a bunch of them. Now, a few have gone our way, but some are definitely going against us, too. All right, it'll be Ellie De La Cruz here, full count. Whoa, struck him out. I almost said walked him because where that pitch was. I was going off the pitch, and then I heard the strike 3 last second. It wasn't as low as I thought, though. It was definitely in the zone. Fair call. Strike 3. All right, Enriquez against Confidant seems bad, but we're not bringing in Mosqueda or Herder. So we just got to ride with it here, which is a little tricky, a little scary. But let's see what happens. 2-2 pitch coming from Enriquez. Ground ball to second. Jace fires over to first, and that retires the side. So we strand 2, and we keep it at a 1-run deficit. It's 4-3 going to the bottom of the 9th against Hunter Green. He'll face Dingler, Young, and Adames. You know, next year's team, I want to have like a real huge bat off the bench. Like, Elvis isn't bad with 60 power. That's some nice punch. But man, look at what they run off the bench. Fraley, Steer, Taylor, hell, even Rizzo. And Nelson as their backup catcher, of course, with Tanner himself already being good. So we don't need to have that deep of a bench. I would just like something. Because right now we basically have like an okay hitter in Arias, but a big-time defensive replacement. Pure defensive replacement in Baez. Pure defensive replacement in Meadows. And then Arelvis, who, like I said, has some punch. All right, let's see what Dingler can do here to lead it off. 0-2, and he gets hit. So we trade 0-2 hit by pitches. Holy crap. And we're in business. The tying run is on, and we will go to Parker Meadows to run. And Jace Young digs in against Hunter Green, 1-0. Y'all, could you imagine? This one's ripped out to left, but it's going to stay in the yard. But could y'all imagine a walk-off to win the World Series? Adames, chance to be the hero. What can he do here with 1 on, 1 out? Full count, strikes out. Damn. I wonder if I should have tried to steal during that at-bat. That's all right. I mean, I don't think we want to... I think the answer is no there, because if he gets out and that you take away the guaranteed, well, not guaranteed because there could have been a double play. You take away a stronger chance of getting a Riley Green at bat, and I think you can't do that. So no, I don't regret it. I feel good there. All right, Green v. Green. Can ours be victorious? Full count pitch, and he struck out looking to end the ball game 4-3, and so they get another win here. They got 2 in Detroit. I mean, we got 2 in Cincy, so I guess fair play there. But it's 3-2 now as we head back to Cincy. We got to take 1 on the road. Can we do it? Looking at the box score here. 3-hit effort for Marte. 2 hits for Confidant and Fairchild, including Fairchild's 5th homer, which was obviously massive for them. It was the game winner. 2 hits for Carter. He was our only multi-hit guy. Mendoza and Carter both went yard. Ashby was okay for 4 innings. Petty was excellent. He bounced back very strong. Elpidio blew it. I know the loss goes to Ashby because we never had the lead, but if we're really being honest about it, the loss goes on Elpidio's record. We got to be straight up and call it what it is. That's unfortunate. All right. Let's head out to Cincy. See what we can do. I'm nervous. All right. Let's get the day off going here. It is November 8th, right? Yep. So we get a little Sunday off. See how that goes. I mean, not see how that goes. We know how the off day goes. It's just an off day, but get through it is what I meant. All right, so we got to our game here. Dang, why did it get dark all of a sudden? It's only 3:30. I don't know why it got so dark. Maybe just some clouds covering the sun out there. We got a game 6 here, y'all. If we blow a 2-0 lead, or even a 3-1 lead, right? That's the classic meme, the 3-1 lead. I swear to God, though, I will... Oh, don't even want to think about it. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's get out to Cincy. We got Gavin Stone against Luis Garcia. That's an edge for us. But we know with their offense, doesn't matter. Now, the off day is huge. The bullpen should be fully rested. And by fully rested, I mean everyone available. They're not all at 100%, but they're all available to us. Like even Elpidio at 83%, he's definitely usable in a closeout game here. Oh, and also, we're not going to use him today, but Ashby can now go in the bullpen because he's not going to pitch again in this series as a starter. And so can Job, who will be available to us. Right? Where's Job at? 58%? Oh, not really. But both will be available for a game 7 if we need them. So, might as well just put him in there right now. And away we go. Game 6 in Cincy. All right, here it is. 41 degrees, wind blowing out to left at 9 miles an hour. Here we go. I'm so freaking excited here. All right, Luis Garcia against Riley Green. 2-2 pitch coming. Struck him out. And let's get to Rispin. Cotton candy. Nothing for us in the first. Bottom 1. Nothing for them. Top 2. Nothing. And now here we are, top 3 with 2 on, 1 out. Single for Jace Young. Fly out for Adames. Single for Riley Green. That'll bring up Torque with 2 on, 1 out. 1-2 pitch. And he lifts one deep to left. Back. Gone. Spencer Torkelson with a 3-run shot. His 8th homer of the playoffs. It's 3-0 just like that. Torques dorks. Stand up, baby. Let's go. And that's all we get, but that's fine. I'll take a 3-run inning any day of the week. Bottom 3, nothing for them. Top 4. And we get 2 more runs. A 2-run shot by Willie Adames. Oh my God, I'm loving the Willie Adames semi-redemption arc. I say semi because he's not like tearing the cover off the ball in the World Series, but he is contributing offensively, finally. In fact, maybe it is a full redemption because that's now hits in 4 straight games, only 1 in each, but 3 doubles and a homer and 6 ribbies. So you know what? There was also a ribby without a hit in game 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way with it and say full redemption. He has 7 ribbies, 3 doubles and a homer in the World Series. He is redeeming himself brilliantly, and that's going to run Garcia out. They're going to go to Aaron Bummer here in the 4th. And we go to the bottom of the 4th now, up 5-0. Nothing for them, top 5. Let me check on Stone real quick. 47 pitches, he should be good right now. He has 40 stam, so just in the interest of protecting myself, let's just get Olsen ready just in case. Nothing for us in the 5th. Bottom 5. They get a runner on second with 2 outs. Strikeout, ground out, walk, and then Friedel stole second with Fairchild up, and we pick up in the Fairchild at bat. 2-0. Ground ball to short. Adames fires over to first to retire the side. We head to the 6th, up 5-0. Nothing for us in the 6th. Bottom 6 now at 63 pitches. And we'll bring Olsen back up, who is indeed ready. And we'll get Mosqueda going with him. And it's 5-0. I'm going to do one more risp, and then we'll play out the last 3 innings, even with the big lead, because it is a potential World Series closeout. And they get nothing. So we go to the 7th, up 5-0. Jordan Romano's going to come in. Actually, I don't mind risping ours and then playing out theirs. Let's do that. Nothing for us in the 7th. Mosqueda and Olsen are ready to go. And Stone's at 79 pitches, which puts them in the early orange. I'm going to give him India. I'm going to try to get 6 in the 3rd here. 1-2 pitch. Popped up into foul territory. Dingler giving chase, makes the grab. But with 2 lefties coming up in a row and then 3 out of 4. By the way, they move Ohtani all over the place, because this was a righty starting. And he's not pitching. So I don't understand their lineups. They don't have like a set lefty-righty. They just kind of move shit around. As great as he's been, right? Like, okay, you know what? This is a little bit Blake Snell in the World Series, because it's 6 in the 3rd, 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs, and 6 punchies on 83 pitches. And it's like, well, why are you taking him out? You're up 5-0. This guy's cooking. But I say I don't want them to get back in it at all. And with 3 of the next 4 being lefties, it feels like the right move to go ahead and say thanks for a brilliant Game 6 World Series outing. It was even in Game 6 for Snell, too. Oh, my God, the parallels. I think I'm going to do the Kevin Cash here, though. Now, one difference is I think Blake Snell's stamina is much higher. And of course, we play in a video game world where it tells us like exactly where he's at. In real life, you got to kind of guess. You got to know your guy. You got to talk to them, go off of what you're seeing. But in the game, like, they're telling you, like, okay, he's in the orange, which means he is susceptible. He is definitely fatiguing. And so I think we're going to leverage that extra bit of info. And so I think our move is a bit more justifiable than Cash's. I probably would have kept Snell going. But I will say, for the 2023 playoffs, the Barrios move, I fully back that move by Toronto. But anyway, I think we go Mosqueda here. Let's hope it doesn't burn us. 0-2 to Confidant with 1 out. Struck him out. Ohtani, 1-2 pitch. And he rips one to right. But it looks playable for Green, and it is, to retire the side. So Mosqueda comes in, gets 2 outs, and we head to the 8th, up 5-0. We'll play him out from here. Might as well. 2 for 3 for Torque. Hit a big homer earlier, so it's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Arroyo camped under it, makes the grab, 1 down. Mendoza, 3-1. Walked in. There we go. I don't know why, but I'm going to warm up Teodo. Seems dangerous, but we'll do it. Evan Carter now. And he gets hit. Okay. Was that walk and hit by pitch back to back? It was. So Romano's all over the joint right now. Can Dury Carrasco take advantage with 2 on, 1 out? And that's a base hit back up the box. 1 run should score. And will. Bang, let's go. Dury Carrasco with an RBI single that scores Mendoza, and it's 6-0. 6 runs on 9 hits is very nice. O'Neill Cruz now, 2-1. And he lifts one into center. Drifting into right center is Friedel, and he makes the grab for the 2nd out. It'll be Dingler now. Full count with 2 outs, and he strikes out. The runners should have been going, by the way. Let's assume they were. And that it just didn't show it because it was a strikeout. All right, bottom 8. Mosqueda's at 7 pitches with Marte, Friedel, Fairchild. Friedel, interestingly, a decent bit better against lefties, although both small samples are small. Even the 295 plate appearances against righties is a small sample. So I don't make too much of that, but with 7 pitches for Mosqueda, I'm going to give him an opportunity here and just kind of see what's up. With a 6-0 lead, I think it's easier to do that too. Ground ball to Adames, 1 down. If we win, if we close this out here, who's getting World Series MVP? You know, I think there's some chatter for Adames, maybe Torque. He's got multiple home runs here in the World Series. 3 to be exact. Scratch that, make it 4. I think it's going to be Torque if we win. 0-1 to Friedel. Little tapper in front of the plate. Dingler hops up, makes the play to retire the side. Or excuse me, for the 2nd out. For the 2nd out. Not to retire the side. And Fairchild now. Hey, cutie, where you at? That one's blasted out of play. I'm surprised that they showed that random foul. Is it just because it was like kind of a crazy foul ball? Come here, Shark. Did you have a nice sleep? And ground out there to retire the side. What do you think about us winning the World Series, maybe? Don't jinx it, stick boy, you idiot. Now you guys are going to lose because you're freaking getting too arrogant. And when the hell do I get dinner? Char, it's 3:30. And it's not till 5 for you. You look so sleepy. All right. Top 9. We got Young, Adames, and Green against Alexis Diaz. Did you guys hear that? I hope y'all heard that little yawn whine. She makes the funniest noises. She is so vocal. 1 down for us. Adames, 2-2. Struck him out. And Riley Green, 2-0. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Make it 1 for 5 because that's a ground out to retire the side. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, baby. Let's go. It'll be Arroyo, Tanner, and De La Cruz. I don't think Teodo's going to be ready anymore. Oh, he is. You know what? I'm going to try to cap this off nicely for him. We've had our ups and downs with Teodo and Perez. Like they're 2 guys that, like, these profiles are usually just nails stoppers for me. Just like untouchable studs. And both have faltered a decent bit this year, but I've remained faithful to both. And I'm going to let Teodo try to close this out here for the World Series win. It's also a 6-0 lead, so let's not act like I'm being super brave. But, you know, we've trusted him in the late inning situations throughout. So no different here. By the way, Marte is nicked. Ooh, they don't know. Unable to play, so then why is he showing in the lineup? Oh, I guess because they're batting. So he'll come out if, like, they somehow scored 6 runs and we went to the 10th. But he can heal in the offseason because we're about to close this shit out. That's right, I'm saying it. Come get me, OOTP gods. You don't scare me anymore. 1-1 to Teodo. Did I just curse us? Ground ball to short. Adames makes the play. 1 down. Logan Tanner. Swinging first pitch. Popped up on the infield. Torque takes it. 2 down. As a smile creeps across Torque's face, he knows how close this is. It'll be Ellie De La Cruz with a chance to keep the Reds alive here. as they face elimination in the World Series. Emiliano Teodo with the first pitch coming. In their first strike, 0-1. We're doing pitch by pitch for this one. The 0-1 pitch. Swung at, lifted. That one's going to get in the right center gap. That's going to be a double for Ellie De La Cruz and the Tigers fans in attendance. Exhale a little bit here. They're going to have to ramp it back up. Decent number of Tigers fans here. I'd say, maybe about a third of the fans in Cincy here. Nice, easy drive. Jonathan India now. First pitch coming. That one's low for a ball. 1-0. That one's in their first strike. Make it 1-1. And he gets hit. Oh my God, Teodo. What the hell is your problem? I've angered the OOTP gods, but I'm not afraid. I don't even give a shit if Confidant goes 3-run bomb pop here. Kiss my ass. 1-0. Swings through that one. 1-1. Cracks one. Deep to center. Mendoza tracking. Gone. 3-run shot. Oh my God. No. What have I done? What have I done? Why am I such an asshole? Oh God, it's Ohtani now. We're off pitch by pitch. Oh God, I'm so scared. Full count to Ohtani. Teodo kicks and fires. Struck him out. Ball game, World Series. The Detroit Tigers win. Let's go. Never in doubt. Fucking Teodo, dude. Oh my God. Always with this guy. Always with him. A 3-run shot to Confidant. But hey, we had a 6-run lead. Never in doubt. Bang. 4-2 World Series win. Let's change the text even though the episode's about over. It's still nice to have it up there. Win 4-2. I guess I should say 1-4-2, but whatever. I'll fix it. Shut up. There we go. 4-2 series win in the World Series, baby. Gavin Stone goes to 5-0 in the playoffs, by the way. Hell yeah. So I'm thinking Torque. Mentally put your guesses in. You can put it in the comments if you want. I'll trust that you're not doing it after you see it. But yeah, I think Torque is going to be the MVP. We're going to find out here in a minute. Not even a minute. There he is. Boom. Spencer Torkelson. And we got the Moneyball achievement. I don't know what that is. And then we got the Champions achievement, of course. Did we Moneyball, win without having any money or something? Where do you even look at the achievements? Is there anywhere to do that? Oh, achievements right here. Moneyball. Oh, this still doesn't say what it is, though. Cool. Helpful. Well, we moneyballed them. Whatever the hell that means. That's my guess, although we don't have the craziest. We don't have that low of a budget, do we? We still have 100 mil. I don't know. What's our rank? Well, we have the 25th player payroll. Actually, that might be it. It might just be that we won with a low payroll. Torkelson is the World Series MVP. 4 bombs will do that. He was 9 for 26, so he went 346, 370, 846. Adames, for his part, by the way, he only hit 174, so he was never going to be the MVP. But huge credit for the 7 ribbies. All 4 hits were extra bases, 3 doubles and a bomb. So hey, even though it was still only a 635 OPS, we know in our hearts that he got off the schneid. He contributed very well. 3 homers for Confidant, including the one where I tempted the OOTP gods. 2 for Ohtani. On the pitching side for us, Gavin Stone was nails. 146 ERA and 12 and a third, excuse me. 193 ERA and 9 and a third for Ashby. It was really Perez and Teodo that got wrecked, and a little bit for Reese Olson. I don't know, man. We might be making some moves in the bullpen. I don't understand why those profiles are struggling. Maybe it's just a one-off year. Because like I said, normally guys that look like that are so good. And they just have not been. So, all right, let's get our trophy. We'll sim a day, we'll get our trophy, but then we'll go ahead and cap it here. Just over 2 hours, not too bad. I think simming was the right move on those couple of games just to keep this relatively normal. 2 hour episode is obviously still very long. But I want to see the trophy there. There it is, baby. Seattle in 6, Tampa Bay in 6, and Cincy in 6. 6 was our lucky number. We went 666 on them with the devilish win. Tigers, World Series champs. Thank y'all so much for watching. This has been awesome. We'll get into the off season here shortly. We've got a lot to go over, kind of got to figure out what's up. Hopefully we get a big budget boost. Maybe these asshole fans will start supporting us. And I don't mean asshole real life Tigers fans, because as I mentioned when I went on that diatribe, they're a very loyal fan base, and the fan interest and fan loyalty should be much higher, but that's neither here nor there. We'll figure that out. I don't think we have a lot of personnel, so that's good, but we'll get into that as well. We'll do the whole off season. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to think if I should do, I don't know. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. Peace.